I got my ADD cup.
Hey everyone, welcome back. Thank God it's Friday.
Um, you ain't kidding.
who's got their
Hello.
who's got their coffee?
Oh,
And who's got their chocolate stash? Hi Penelope, are you back again? Yes, you is. Okay. Yes. Get down, get down, get
oh,
down. Thank you. Go see Andrew. Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, how is everyone?
Doing wonderful. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. 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 Good.
You have red coffee. Wait a minute. KY cat. What are you talking about? Red coffee. Wait a minute.
Right? Red coffee.
Red coffee. Yeah.
A little concerned. A little
A
bit.
little concerned. What's going on?
Oh, all right. So, how is everyone?
Oh, mind your beeswax. Really? Recovering from the Rona. Oh,
Oh,
I'm sorry, honey.
Tony, exhausted. All right. I hear you.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
good. um, yeah, tail end of the bug. Really.
Yuck.
You're right. I saw that too. I guess we're supposed to be used to doing that, right? But we're not. Although, if you talk to Nikki, she'll tell you that she lives with the butcher. Because, you know, you should see me in meat lately. Whack, whack, whack.
Hey, Dawn Marie.
Uh, Lorna, you're welcome, except she got to you before I did. So I did mention it to her, but it was afterward. I didn't get a chance to talk to her.
Yeah, I
So,
don't know what happened. Huh.
I tried. Uh, what have you all been doing this week? What have you been up to? I
Oh,
know,
me?
you know,
Hmm.
yeah, you and everybody else. What have you guys
Oh,
been up to?
oh boy. Well, Andrew came home. He was supposed to go do field training, and him and five other guys were sent home and told to go get tested.
Uh,
So that was fun. Yeah. So, because he was supposed to, how he's in reserves. So he was supposed to, how they go away for the weekends.
yep.
Yeah. Had to come home. So he's home. And so he started the vitamin regimen that we're all on. You know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Dave fixing cars and prepping. Absolutely. Matter of fact, he's doing my brakes this week. Yeah, I'm also going to be, because, car repair is a part of prepping. So I'm getting my car fixed, brakes.
Yep.
Um, and keeping up with my inventory on my pantries. I hate it, but I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I had an interview today with on the radio. I taped it or recorded it really, so I'll be uploading that probably tomorrow. I was going to do it today, but I was so busy today. So
All right.
yeah.
Somebody asking when is the newsletter coming out? We just got some more information to put in it, so we have not sent it out yet. I'm going to work on it a lot more this weekend. It'll be coming soon, but I have not sent it out yet. We're going to be including a video that you guys might find quite interesting.
Yeah.
It was actually done, what, about 10 years or so ago?
Yeah, 2009, something like that, 2010.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think once you see it, you'll realize, even though the title of it is not what I would like it to be. The well, let's be honest here. The title is conspiracy theory, but it is not.
Right.
And I'm not going to go into it here because of obvious reasons. But when you see it, you'll see how it all lays out 10 years ago what's actually happening right now.
Yeah.
And they wanted to call it a conspiracy 10 years ago.
Okay.
So quite amazing.
Right. Oh, Janet. All right, honey. She's going to church. I got your mail today too. So if you didn't get my email that I sent you. Oh, thank you, Senora Ayala. I love the name.
Somebody here is asking about tips for quinoa as far as storage goes. It's the same as rice.
Yes, same as rice. Yes. But Awakening Warrior, he said, do not do oxygen absorber packs with quinoa.
I think I heard that too.
Yeah. So, because he had asked me what I do, and I said bay leaves because bay leaves keep pests away as well. So do bay leaves.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look it up if you need to, but otherwise, same type of storage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Mylar bag it, but put bay leaves in. Yeah, you know what, Rose Nature? Oh, thank you, Melissa. There's limits going on here as well. Trish, did you see what Melissa said? She has a question for you. Here, I'll put it up.
I see it. If you're talking about the paper gold dollars, if they're flammable, don't bother.
Right.
If you're talking about golden dollars, yes, grab them. Again, it comes down to the value of the metal, not necessarily about the currency aspect of it or the fact that it's tied to the United States. It's about the metal aspect. Okay. Yeah. So she's answering that question. Yeah. So I have the same thing. Get them, whether they're in a roll like this or not. Mm-hmm. They say they're more valuable in the roll. To be honest, I don't believe that for what we're saying. I would just grab a few if you can. And if you can get them in the packaging, then you're getting, more at one time. And you might, well, that's the only way I bought them.
Right. No, Christine, what did someone say about Germany, hon? She said, did you see what someone said about Germany? I didn't say it.
Yeah. I've seen a few things. I don't know if that's, I'm not sure what she's referring to.
Mary G. Hey, if people cannot afford to buy silver or gold, they can start saving their copper pennies. Mint pre 82. They will have the copper value, which would be better than nothing. You're right, Mary G. Thank you.
Yes.
JR said the non-arm candy. To go to the supermarkets. Oh, in Germany, Lady Casca.
So,
surprise.
So if I read that correctly, the non-armed candy cannot go.
Right on.
Okay, the way that's written, it doesn't quite say it. Okay, I got it. Well, we kind of knew that anyway, right? We know that's coming. We know. That's why we're doing what we're doing, right?
But my
None of us-
question is, how long? Huh? Do I even have to finish the sentence?
Right.
How long?
Well, I can tell you what I've said from the beginning. End of year to the end of winter. Somewhere in that range. Do I think by spring? Yes. Yes. I
But
think
where does that leave people like me, though, with a medical exemption?
I think over winter, they're going to put all of that stuff in play. I mean, it's really there now anyway for the grocery stores. It's already in the back offices of all these big chains. It's already there. QR code is already in place. It's just a matter of time. We've heard it a number of times. Between the shortages, the rationing, the limiting, all these different things. And people showing up and their card's not quite working, or you can't go over a certain limit in dollar value. I mean, all of that stuff is right there in our face.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just, it's getting, oh God. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. And the more we hear, the more exhausted it makes us because we're just so inundated by info, and we're trying to take it in and deal with it, but sometimes there's only so much you can do. I've asked you over and over, and I've said it here before. When do we stop? Does anyone feel like they can?
No.
Or that you're close enough, or that you think you are? Because,
Thank you, Tom. I know, Barb, it's only the beginning. I know. But, it's like you just feel like, you're overwhelmed. Go take it on, Trish. I have to get this. Hang on.
Yeah. So she's right. It's overwhelming. And what do you say? I mean, I want to stop or at least slow down on the food part of it. And then some other story comes out, or some other headline pops up, or somebody sends us an email that says, hey, look at the stores. Like Tara the other day, she sent in, you saw them in Autumn's video today, pictures of their store pretty much naked on the inside. Okay, and then you get stuff like this where there's a limit of one different thing.
Yeah.
There's going to come a time. I do believe we are headed for ration cards. Whether some people want to believe it or not is up to you, but I think ration cards are coming. And do I think we'll all get them? Well, there's some differences there. I think we'll all get them. Some people think the only ones that are going to get them are the ones that have had that convenient little shot. I think we'll get them, but I think that's where you're immediately going to be stopped from buying. Like in that message that just popped up, you're going to be limited to one. And every time you go to the store, you're going to have to show that ration card. So if you've already received that one of something, you're not going to get it. It doesn't matter what grocery store you go to. Right now, you can go from one store to another, to another, to another, and acquire whatever you want. We are not going to be able to do that. So whether we want to think we can or not is another subject. But the idea of that later coming and being immediately stopped from buying multiples of anything.
That's a good point, Beth.
Yeah, I think you'll actually be stopped from most things. Anything, any store that requires a QR code. There may be other stores that maybe don't for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe a couple of the dollar stores or different stores, maybe they don't have that yet. But those big box stores and all the ones you used to go into, yeah,
Yeah.
QR code can be there.
Right.
And yeah.
Right. And as for Diane, you asked me how I prep dog food. Honey, I buy my dog food in 50-pound bags. Okay. And then I have Rubbermaid totes that I keep everything in. Plus, I have storage shelves that I have things stacked upon stacked upon stacked upon stacked. You know, I don't take anything out of their original bags, if you will, unless one bag needs to be opened so I can fill the automatic feeders. That's how, you know, but I stockpile for my dogs and my cats. You know, my guys are good for a year. So make your mag groups now. Yeah. And that's what we're also working on. Lead by example. Thank you, sweetie. We are working on that.
Yeah, we've been discussing that.
Mm-hmm. We sure have.
Pretty much for the last, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks. And you know, unless people want to up and relocate drastically, you have to look at your region, right? We're East Coast. Yeah. So you got to look at your region and decide and find out who among you, even in this group, is like-minded, because you got to start with that first. And then in your region, and then find out who can be, well, who you feel you can trust, because that's huge, right? That's not an easy one, especially if you're dealing with a bunch of people that you've never actually officially met, and they're all on the internet. But it starts with being like-minded. Yeah. Just trying to make sure people know what they're doing, right? Okay. This one was a request earlier. Thank you for reminding me. Wanting me to talk about the possibility of the banks doing a bail-in and how the FDIC will figure in. So let's talk about BOA first. Bank of America. This last week here, it came out that they are stopping people from withdrawing anything more than $1,000 a day in any form, whether it be an ACH, a wire transfer, you know, a check, a withdrawal, an ATM, it doesn't matter what it is. Nothing more than $1,000 a day. So some people might be thinking, well, I don't do much more than 1,000 on any given day anyway. Maybe not. But what if your mortgage is due on the 15th and it's $1,500? Whatever it is, you can't do it unless you do it in 2 separate amounts. Wow. What was that? I don't know. I have to see it on my other one. You gotta at least put it up and leave it up for a minute.
He said he heard that somewhere back east they're selling milk at $12 a gallon.
I have actually heard that one.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Sorry, but wow.
Right. And from what I understand, it actually wasn't $12 a gallon. It was like 5.87, but it was a half gallon. So yeah, they're not wrong. I didn't hear about it in an actual gallon form. I heard half gallon and it was outrageous. Yeah. That's just Alaska price, really. We're close to it. Yeah, that's nothing. I mean, you tack a zero onto that. That's what we got coming. Nobody wants to hear it, but that's the truth.
It's a good thing we don't drink milk in this house. I only use it for cooking. That's why I just buy powdered milk.
Yeah. Well, I do use it for certain things, but honestly, I've been doing the shelf stable stuff now for a year and a half, and I stick with that for the most part. And sure, that's not cheap either, except I get it through the pantry, and they're always wanting to give it away, so that makes it cheap. Okay, so with regard to the question that was asked, with regard to bank bail-ins and FDIC, do I think they're going to do another bank bail-in? No, I don't. I think when this all happens, not if, but when this all happens, the bank bail-in is your money. It's not government money. It's your money. And what I have said from the beginning is still the same. Your dollars that are in the bank are going to turn to shares of the bank, and they take your money. If you want to think I'm wrong on that, you can. Fine.
Oh,
I'm not wrong, but you have the right to your opinion. With regard to FDIC insurance, well, those of you that think it's actually worth something, I got news for you. FDIC insurance, about 10 cents on the dollar is what it's worth right now. No. Do I think there'll be some replacement? Yes. And I've said this before too. They create a problem. They wait for you guys to cry out for help. They offer a solution and they meet their original goal. So they've created the problem already. Let's face it, okay? When this all happens and you guys start screaming about it all because your money turned to shares and there's no dollars for you to get back, you're going to be asking them to fix it, right? And when you do ask for that, they'll offer the solution. It's called a Federal Reserve account. And your money will be there. They'll promise you it'll be there. Just sign up for a Fed Reserve account. That will delete your old one, transfer the money over here, and now you have a digital account where they control it and they see it and they know everything that you do all the time. Oh, and by the way, if you don't have that, chances are you won't even get that account, or maybe you get the account, but you can't take anything out of it or use it unless you have proof of vaccination. So
this is like the UBI and everything else that we've been talking about for over a year.
Well, UBI is a separate thing, but yes, UBI will be there. But as far as the account goes,
well, because UBI is digital as well. It's not really money that's actually there that you can hold. It's
yeah, right. But this is a separate scenario with regard to a bank bail-in or FDIC insurance. So yes, I think you would get something, but remember, it's federal, right? FDIC, it's federal. They control it, whether you want to believe it or not. So going back now to, is the FDIC insurance worth anything? Not really, about 10 cents. So when I say don't leave more than a month's worth of money in the bank, I mean it. Yes, they are snakes. You got that right. Lady Casca. Good one. Let's go, Brandon. Real good one.
Yeah,
Yep.
a lot of people have been saying that in the comment section, and I'm like, who the hell is Brandon? And then
Right, right. That was good. That was so good that Tucker did that. That was awesome.
and then I saw Tucker's video, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, that was a great video. Really good video. I love Tucker. He's awesome. So yeah, all these things that they've set up as a protection for the people, if you think it really is protection for the people, I got news for you. It's not.
Yeah.
It's all one big setup. As they say, it's one big game, and we're not part of it, right? We are on the outsides looking in, and there's no way for us to really be anything else. It's just not possible. Yes, applies to credit unions as well, period. Across the board, there is no difference between a bank and a credit union, whether you want to think there is or not. They
Right.
changed all the rules in 2007. How do I
Right.
know? I was there.
Yeah.
They changed them all. So it doesn't matter what kind of bank it is. Should you close your bank accounts? No. No. Leave a month's worth of money in there to upwards of $100. Anywhere between $100 and a month's worth of your expenses in there. That's it. They won't bother that. Anything that you have on auto pay for that month will go through. You won't have a problem. Anything else? Well, if they expect the mortgage to be paid, they're gonna have to accept whatever it is you give them, because they can't refuse your payment. So if it can't be done by automatically being withdrawn, then you still have to find a way to pay them. Savings accounts, keep or close. I'd keep it open. I wouldn't leave much in there. But, I mean, unless you absolutely feel that you need to keep it, well, I don't know. I don't have one. And it's not because I couldn't. Okay, Dawn Marie. Good question. You really want to know, huh? All right. What do you do with that amount to keep it safe? That's what you do. Especially for 2 years. That's what you're saying. I'm not saying all of it. I wouldn't put it all into it. For that amount, I'd say half. Put it in that. You won't go wrong, and it will damn sure go up. Again, make sure it's something that you yourself or he himself is holding. Don't put it in a vault somewhere or pay to have a vault somewhere. You don't hold it, you don't own it. Make sure you have it. If you don't want to do that, what else can you do? Find that piece of property you want faster. That's the best way to do it. There is no banking system out there. There is nobody out there, broker-wise, that is worthy of holding it. I wouldn't do it. Same situation, but 4 to 6 months. That's a good question. I would normally say 4 to 6 months, keep it in cash, but because we're so close to winter, let me think about that one for a couple minutes. Someone asking how much do I think the silver ounce will be worth and what's the right amount to have? I can't tell people how much is the right amount for you to have. You know, you got to look at your own situation and go from there. What is it worth? Well, just look online to get the actual silver price. There's always a commission. As far as it going up, well, the metals are always manipulated, always. And you can thank JP Morgan for that and Jamie Dimon. They love to do that. Right now, silver is on sale. Get it. It may dip, even so, for a little bit longer. It tends to do that. But once the silver that I get comes off the market, it stays off the market. So regardless of what form it's in, try to acquire it if you can. I know you put another notice up there, but I couldn't do more than one at a time. Yeah. So, I don't know, you want to talk about that or not?
I just wanted to put it up there for everyone to see. I didn't know if you wanted to touch on it or not because it could get hinky.
Yeah. For the unasked question right now, 1 gold coin or 9 silver coins? It's
9 silver.
It's written as 1 gold coin equals 9 silver coins. I don't think that's even close to correct. I'm sorry, but it depends on the type of coin, right? 1 gold coin, do you mean a full ounce versus full silver ounces? You can get a lot more silver than you can gold. But I would go with the silver. I think gold is still going to come down quite a bit. Don't let that scare you, because all they're doing with that is trying to make you guys sell it. And then they pick it up cheaper. Don't do it. When you see it going lower, it means buy more. With regard to the shipping crisis, yes, shipping crisis is planned. Absolutely was 100%. Anything they can
Thank you.
do, anything they can do to get the cargo ships to be unprofitable, that is why they are sitting offshore. And they won't come back in until the price hikes actually come to fruition quite a bit. Because the more money they can bleed out of you, the better it is for them, right? But those ships still are not going to be profitable. So who is what is the backup after that? Instead of boats, it's trains, right? Except it's only in this country because they can't go across the pond. But who's the largest shareholder of Amtrak? Take a wild guess. I believe we all know him as a computer kind of guy, right? So Amtrak now does or will be doing the vast majority of any shipping from one side of the coast to another. Everything, all of it. Where does that put UPS, FedEx, and all those other companies? Well, do I think they'll still exist? Yeah. But I think there'll be more train functionality than anything else.
Excuse me. Someone had asked me where I buy my silver at. The link that I just posted is where I buy all of my silver at, and he's very reputable. Okay, so click on that link. Okay.
Yep. And I get all of mine at ITM.
Right.
ITM trading. Ralph asking about money invested in stocks and bonds. Would those be touched as well? I think the bond market's going to still creep its way up. Stock market for certain things will continue to go up. One thing people don't understand, or a lot of people don't understand, is that there is no correlation between the stock market and the economy at all. So the economy can be tanking, stock market's still going to go up. They're not related in any way. The alphabets: Google, Amazon, Microsoft, Apple. Forget the other one, Facebook. Each one of those will continue to go up for some time. Those will be the ones that waver less and more head in an upward pattern. Everything else right now is just cascading downward, which is the topic for tonight. Where are you at if you're in the stock market, and why? Why? It's fine to be in it, but know why you're in it. If you're in it to make a profit, you need to be in the right things: water, energy, and the 5 that are going to continue to go up. Those are the alphabet stocks. So, oil definitely going up. Gasoline, of course, because of oil, definitely going up. Energy prices, we all know, are going up. There's no way to avoid any of them. And unfortunately, we all use those, right? So when they are the mainstay of what we do, I mean, solar's out there, but we don't all use solar, right? So
No, I can't afford it.
yeah, they're trying to push that new Green Deal, right? and they have for the most part. And they put through the new infrastructure bill. But when it comes down to it, if you're going to be in the stock market, you have to know what pieces to stay in. This time of year, I really wouldn't get into water. Energy is where I'd be going. Think winter, right? All those homes using heating oil or propane or electric heat. Come to February, I'd be looking at water. Someone asking about a solar generator. Yeah. I don't know where you're getting it for $1,200 or what kind. I'd take a look at the, make sure it's a good, reputable one. I haven't seen them for $1,200. So if you find a good one, yeah. I finally got one. It took me a while, but I finally did. Hasn't arrived yet, but that's another subject. Okay. What do we think my chances are of what? Waiting till spring? What was that? Waiting
To
till
move
spring?
to the country.
I think you better be packing your bags. Don't be packing them in the winter.
Yeah.
You're doing that now. Sorry if I've missed it. Sometimes the chat goes by and I miss. Yeah. So if you guys have any questions you absolutely want to get through, put them in all caps. It's just so much easier.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to look for.
Yeah, and that doesn't mean put everything in all caps. Just the questions you really want to get an answer on. I am awake. Ask, am I going to do a review on the generator when it comes in? Well, to be honest, this is what I'm paying for. I'm not getting it to do a review, but am I going to do one? Yeah, I am. But I'm not receiving it to do a review. What kind of generator did I get? I got the 1800. The 1800 series from 4 Patriots. So apparently I'm getting it on Tuesday, so I probably won't be doing a review on Friday. I want to use it for a little bit and have it all hooked up. So how are you guys all handling storage of your food? Are you tripping over it yet?
Yeah. Trying to rearrange and, it's just not working.
Yeah.
It's really not.
Yeah, I understand that fully. Poor Nikki, I do feel bad for her on that one.
Yeah, it's bad. It really is.
Yeah. basically the general rule goes, if you can move comfortably around your house, you don't have enough yet.
Yeah, but you know, it's kind of like that's also difficult to even, you know, because you don't want to have too much, because, you know, if somebody comes in your house, like a repair person, you don't want them knowing what you're doing.
Oh, of course.
You know what I mean? So that's not a rule that I would actually go by. I don't know. What does anybody else think? Would you actually go by that rule?
Yeah, I don't know that, you know, you'd want to do it as a rule, but that's just a general consensus, you know.
Define move around comfortably, Trish. That's what Lorna wants to know. Definition, please.
Believe me, I get it. I totally get it.
I mean, I have no shelf space. None. None whatsoever.
Yeah.
None.
Yeah, you know, I kind of gave up on that end of it. What I'm doing is boxes and filled with, you know, essentially in my case, it's, let's just say you isolate it to one particular thing. I don't care what kind of canned good it is, but let's just say it's vegetables in a can, right? So a lot of them in one box, and then you can stack those boxes.
Yeah.
That's what I've resorted to. And as long as it's labeled so that you know what in the heck is really in that box, and that's why I say pick a type, whether it be all soups or all vegetables or whatever it is, canned meat. The idea is stack it to the ceiling, man.
Right. Right.
And put them in strong, sturdy boxes that aren't going to tip over on you, because
Right.
they'll hurt.
Yeah. I
But
mean, I'm getting to the point where I'm throwing things out to make more room. You know, like throwing actual, like, you know, like, because you all know that I made the cat room into another pantry, so I'm throwing their stuff out, like their scratch posts and stuff out to make more room, because I need to get another shelving unit. And I'm like, all right, guys, sorry, but this stuff has to go. You know?
if they're not using it, I guess that's one thing. But
Yeah, I know.
yeah, it's tough. You know, it's very hard.
Yeah, no, they used my couch. Yeah, I know. So, yeah.
Yeah. So the only solution I can come up with is putting it in boxes and stacking the boxes.
Yeah. Well,
Because it does condense it, and it contains it, and it's easier to stack that way.
right. But, you know, it's also like, you know, I've got 8 cats that run around the house, and, you know, me and Sean are, how was that noise? You know, you go towards the noise. Remember when the kids were little and you go towards the noise? What was that? You know, so, you know, we're doing that now with the cats. What was that noise? What? So you go right towards the pantry and you're like, get off of there. And they're on the top shelf looking down. Hi, Mom. You know? So, yeah, I have 8 cats. I know, I'm crazy, but it's because we rescue. So,
Yeah. Tom had an interesting question. If we paid our bills in advance and had large credits on those accounts, would they still honor monthly bills when digital starts? I don't know the answer to that one. Huh.
Car insurance, life insurance, gas, and electricity. Okay, so that's the bills that he's referring to.
So you're basically saying that you paid in advance. So if you had large credits, you paid in advance, you shouldn't have an issue if you already put down large sums. They're already paid. And if you did that to a large enough degree, you won't have an issue.
Yes, but I have more credit added. Huh.
I don't know. Send me an email on that one and see what I can do to answer that. Many banks have stopped giving personal credit lines. Yes, they stopped that a few months ago.
Yeah, Wells Fargo was one of the first ones to stop doing it.
Yeah. Yep. They no problem. At first they were trying to push people to get anything from pre-approved loans or pre-approved house loans, anything like that, credit cards. And then all of a sudden they just flat out stopped. How much trouble are we in? Oh, I hesitate even answering that question.
They wouldn't have asked if they didn't want to know.
Yeah. Picture being in a canoe with an oar, rowing upstream, and it's nothing but muddy, stinky water. And your oar is about this big. Okay? There's no way to do it. There's no way to do it. We're not to the point of sinking yet, but we're not controlling this. We can't. There's no way out. We have to go with the flow. And all you can really do is protect yourself. And one way to do it, folks, I've been saying it from the beginning, get some of these. They're cheap. They're getting cheaper by the day. It'll go up, it'll go down, it'll go up, it'll go down. Just keep getting it.
Bloody Wilderness, we're all going through the same damn thing. No one is on the same page as the rest of us, man. Why do you think we all stick together like we do?
Yeah. Sony asking, will silver go up again soon? I think it's going to take a bit. But if you're looking for a safe place to put your money, right here, put it in that. That's your safety. I'm not saying you're going to make a profit off of it immediately. You want a spot to put some cash that you're hanging on to that's going to devalue fast. I'm not saying buy silver if you don't have food. Do your food first. Get all of that stuff first.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what you're going to need first. Get this stuff afterward.
You know, some guy too, I had this conversation today with not just Trish, but somebody else. And I said to myself and to them, is there a positive outcome? Because I said, you know that saying, because I said this in a video, you know the saying, it gets worse before it gets better. How much worse does it have to get before it gets better? And are we prepared to deal with the worst case scenario? And if we don't know what the worst case scenario is, how can we be prepared to deal with it?
Yeah.
Can anybody answer that question? Because I don't have the damn answer. I've been searching for that answer since I started preparing, man. Thank you, Wilderness. But do you see what I'm saying? If nobody knows what the worst case scenario is, okay, and I'm not talking like, all right, let me just use this as an example, okay, like at the end of the world, like Fear the Walking Dead, where we're the last people on the planet and we got zombies all around us. But the zombies in our case is freaking Democrats, but whatever. So, if we, as being people of the prepared mind, okay, worst case scenario, all right, Bomagen, you want to use Revelation 6, the tribulation. Trish, this would be more your avenue, right on? We're the last one. How can we prepare? Okay, like I said to Trish right before we went live, if you had to stop preparing right now today, how much food do you have in your pantry? Do you have a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years? Even with rationing right now, you can stretch maybe another year out of that. Now, after that 3 years or that 4 years or that 5 years is up, and there's nobody else on this earth or on this planet that's processing any more food, and you can't get seeds because you didn't plant heirloom seeds in your garden, and you never learned how to forage, but then again, are you really going to sit there and eat grass for the rest of your life? And there's no more rice on this planet. There's no more instant mashed potatoes on this planet. There's no more pasta on this planet. And you never learned how to make pasta from flour and water. What are you going to do after that? No, Rose, you're absolutely right. Yeah, there's not 100% possible way to be prepared. You're 100% right. So take that, the worst case scenario, and apply that right now. If you only have 1 year of food, get it up to 2 years. I know times are tight and I know money is tight. But like they say, slow and steady wins the race. Am I right or am I wrong? So these are the things, thank you, Linda. These are the things that, I ask myself every day. Every day. I've got 2 years right now, and I just started this a year ago. I've got 2 years in that pantry right now. If I had to stop going to the store today, after that food is gone, after the 2 years, even with rationing, say I can make it to 3. What am I going to do after that? Starve to death? Ask yourself that question.
I tend to think that it's not that there won't be food. It's that we won't be able to afford it or access it.
Right.
Yeah, there's going to be supply issues for sure. But
well, yeah. I mean, we were even told that these food shortages are permanent.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, Tara. Venezuela is living this right now.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you have the opportunity now to secure something for the future, it needs to be food first.
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't want to buy silver and then have to sell your silver to buy food. You don't want to do that. Get the food now while it's cheap.
Right.
Because if you have to sell silver when food is high, well, it's not going to make sense, right? Get the food now while you can, as you can. Everybody's situation is different, but get it. We've been saying this for a year now. And I know a lot of people took it as conspiracy. Oh, we heard that.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Well, it's like Jania, she just said, Venezuela, as of right now, as of today, has no water. What What road are we headed down?
Yeah.
Ask yourself that question right now. What road is America headed down right now? From what I'm hearing, we're headed down that same road. Are you ready for that? Because I know I sure aren't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not ready.
Yeah. Someone
I know,
asking,
Larry, a lot of people are pissed off about Augustin Farms.
yeah. Somebody asking, are they going to be able to buy anything with the silver?
Oh, yeah.
If they cut us off?
Oh, yeah.
Well, it depends on where you want to buy it, right? I mean, silver can be used for just about anything.
Mm-hmm.
It can be used literally to help pay down bills because silver and gold are actual currencies. So it's a store of value. So barterability and trading, I would say, is the first application for silver. Profitability, provided you can cash it in, and chances are you will be able to. I believe silver will go to 600. I know some people say I'm nuts. That's okay. But my point is sell around 500, meaning sell just shy of the end goal. Why? Because you're going to leave some meat on the bone for the other guy that's buying it off of you. If you try to sell at the complete top, you're not going to be able to sell it. Sell around 500, leave some meat on the bone for the other guy, and use that at that point for whatever it is you need. At least you stored the value of this $20 coin, or 28, depending on when you bought it, and you get a lot more out of it, whether you're paying your tax bills on your home, whether you're making a payment on a vehicle, that kind of thing. Hopefully you can pay your vehicles off before then, but I know that's tough to do.
Right. And just like, sorry, the wannabe prepper just said, keep this in mind. Both the Great Depression and the Venezuela crisis have lasted the span of 10 years. Exactly. So it's not like if this is happening right now, it's not going to end anytime soon.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really not. Family, oh, Terry, my family escaped, where'd it go? From a communist-run country, Laos, Laos. I remember my mother cutting her gold chain necklace to buy a cup of rice. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you even had to say something like that. It's terrible.
Yeah.
But even Mariel, she lives in Venezuela. Okay, you've seen her in the chat before. She has even said 1 piece of silver will buy an entire week's worth of groceries in Venezuela. How much does it cost us to buy 1 piece of silver, a silver coin? How much does it cost in this country? About $10 for a half dollar. Okay? So think of that. The $10 bill that we put out for a silver coin, because that's how much silver is worth. Our silver is worth in Venezuela right now. Will buy a week's worth of food in Venezuela for a family.
And Lackey is asking, is it better to buy 1 ounce of gold or 1880? Or an 1881 gold, $20 gold coin from ITM. Honestly, I'd stick with silver.
Yeah.
I really would. You're going to have more profitability from silver than you will from gold, and sooner than you will from gold. And you can buy a whole lot more of them so that when it goes up, it's going to go up in multiples. So I'm not saying don't buy gold, but I'm saying if you have an option, buy silver versus the gold. That does not mean cash in your gold or any of that. It just means get some gold. And Barb was asking what kind of coin is this? Well, it's silver, but in my case, they're walking liberties. That does not mean you have to pay extra money for walking liberties. Yes, these are expensive. I got them cheap because I got them when I was much younger. But you very simply, $1 Canadian silver. That's all you really need to get. Just stick to whole ounces if you can. Some people recommend getting pre-1965 dimes. Yes, they're great for trading. I'm sticking with the ounces,
Right.
myself personally.
And Jania, she just sent me a text message that was between her and Marielle, the woman who lives in Venezuela. She says, we have no water. It sucks. I really need a shower. I'm so tired and hot and humid, and I do not know what to do about it since water is limited, and I do not want to do anything with buckets right now. So just to let you know that, yes, the water situation there in Venezuela is real, okay? As of today, they have no water.
Wow.
Yeah. You guys are having feedback again? You hearing an echo? I'm sorry. You know, I figured I'd use my microphone, you know, so I wouldn't have an echo, but it seems like no matter what I do.
Because that's not it, but yes.
What is that? Wannabe? Venezuela, additionally at ABG, 1 silver coin used to buy 1 month's worth of groceries. Last year, as I recall, that's how it changed. So buy now while you can. Yes, wannabe prepper. Yeah. Yeah. That's how much it has changed. Yeah.
With regard to water, before I had mentioned a fairly reasonably inexpensive solution, an Alexa Pure filter.
Mm-hmm.
It comes with its own pitcher and everything for somewhere around $40 or so. With the filters, you're good to go.
Right.
I wouldn't use it on any pond water. I'd just be using it on, filtering your tap water. If people are concerned about what they're putting in the water, and I certainly agree, what they're putting in it is not great, hasn't been great since they started putting fluoride in the water. I would still use the filtration system if you can. You don't need an expensive Berkey. It's great if you can get one, but you don't need an expensive one. You can do it for under $50. And that includes extra filters for that amount of money. Somewhere, I'm not sure if you have it in the description box below, but we have the link for that if people want it. And it's not an affiliate link. There's always an animal making an appearance.
I know. Oh. Can't help it. Yeah, Russell, we barter here too, you know.
Yeah.
We do. There's nothing wrong with it. No kidding.
What does 5x5 mean? I believe that
Looks
means
good, sounds good.
Can you hear us well?
Really, Adelia? Are you kidding me?
hang on a minute here. Before I do that, John, mentioning that I said silver will go to 10,000 and sell at 9. No, I didn't. I said gold will.
Mm.
I never said silver will go to 10. I said gold. Just to clarify.
Rose, you're being a wise ass. Sorry. She said she's tipsy from eating too much chocolate because we're all chocolate addicts.
Yeah, yeah. And just to reference that, just to reference what I was just saying, gold at what, 15, 16 now.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's going to go up, but it'll 5x, maybe 6x. But silver is going to go a lot higher, technically, right? Because it's only at 20 something bucks. So you're going to get a lot more bang for your buck on the silver, and sooner.
Chicago trouble tonight. What? Why will Chicago be in trouble tonight, Leah? What's going on?
Yeah, I heard that too. This weekend, stay out of it.
That's what really? Are they doing that autonomous zone thing again or something? I'm waiting.
I'm not there anyway, so.
Well, no, neither am I, but I don't even know anybody really that even lives in Chicago. Does anybody here live in Chicago or close to it?
I think Roy Potter put something out too, saying to stay away from Chicago.
Okay.
I don't know the real reason why he actually said it.
Oh, Rebecca just said in Chicago the cops are walking out.
Yeah. Well, and they were saying, Massachusetts, it's happening as well, and the state troopers across the board have pretty much done yeah, and so I think it's like somewhere between a 40 and 60%. We're not taking the mandate, so we're gone. And Chicago, they were saying the same thing. I don't know if it's the same percentage, but yeah.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I mean, come on, can't blame them, right?
No, but I mean,
on the line every single day for for the people's safety, and you want them to take a shot? No.
Well, no, of course not. I mean, look at what we're going through with Sean's job with Homeland Security. Look at what he's going through. He has until November 12th for crying out
loud. So
news said they predict 50% of Chicago cops, no jab, no job per mayor. Wait, do they want crime-ridden cities? Is that what their goal is? Are they happy, living like that in their gun-free zones? Is that what, is that they happy not being able to walk outside in fear of, drive-bys? They happy having bullet holes in their windows?
Yeah, so I'm going to address this just because I should. Leah mentioning, just because something doesn't affect me, I don't care. Really? Take a hike, okay? I don't say that. Take a hike. Because if you think I don't care about people, okay, I said I don't know what's going on in Chicago because I'm not there.
About it either.
I don't care. Take a hike. If that's what you're talking about. If it's something else, say it. If you think I don't care, you got another thing coming.
Well, first of all, we're a law enforcement family, okay? We care about what's going on in this country with our police officers and our military and our firemen. Heck, first responders all the way around. I mean, my father's a retired fire chief. My mom, retired cop. Sean's law enforcement. Andrew, military. You know, I mean, we've got cops all over my family and Sean's family. This is not okay.
No,
This is
no.
going to affect my family and Sean's family all across the board. This is some scary times we're living in here, folks.
Yeah.
This is not something that we could just, sleep easy at night and say, okay, we're living in the safest country. No, we are not. Not when our own police officers who have sworn to protect and serve us every single day are walking off their jobs. Okay?
Yeah.
If you have someone who, God forbid, tries to come into your home tonight and you go to dial 911, no one's going to answer that phone. How does that make you feel?
Yeah.
If you live in one of these cities, that has got to scare the hell out of you. I know it would me. Yeah, Homer, you know what? You're right. They want martial law. And I certainly do not.
They do want that. Because when they declare martial law, you lose all your rights.
Yeah, the Constitution is null and void at that point.
Yep. So, of course, they don't want you to have any of that.
Right. And you're right. They don't make a lot of money. Cops, they barely make a lot of money. Okay. But you have to also remember, they get out of bed every day. They kiss their wife and their children goodbye, or their husband and their children goodbye. And they don't know if they're going to be coming home that night. But yeah, we'll pay an NFL guy millions and millions and millions of dollars per contract to catch a freaking ball. But we're paying our police officers $50,000 a year. Really?
Yeah. I agree.
We're paying our first responders, like Jason, the angry prepper. How much does he make to run into a burning building while you're running the hell out? Think about these things. Think about them. How much did they pay my father to run into a burning building when everybody else was running out? Mm-mm. Yeah, firefighter. Dead on balls accurate.
Yeah.
He gets $1,600 a month.
But they're not gonna. They're not gonna. They sure are gonna make sure they get shots, though, right?
When you got assholes like Bill Belichick with the Patriots and shit like that, making how many millions and billions of dollars?
Yeah.
All right. And John Gruden, who's now feeling cancel culture because of what? A comment that he made or a tweet that was made years and years and years ago. This shit has to stop. It's stupid. But our military, our first responders, our police, our fire, our EMT, pay them the millions. How about that? Or celebrities who play cops. Exactly, TM Prepper. They got no clue what it's like to walk the beat at midnight in Atlantic City like my mother did. They got no clue.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Don't be.
I hate when I go off like that. I'm very sorry. But when you touch a subject and you trigger me, when it comes to shit like that, I will go off.
That's all right.
No, I haven't seen Potato Head in a CGI pixelating. I'd like to see that though. Email it to me.
No, I've seen the Pope that way though.
Yeah, I saw that one too.
At first, I thought it was a dream.
The elites want us triggered. Tom, you're right, man. You are right.
Speaking of the Pope, when do y'all think the next one's coming? You think he's going to be younger or older?
You know, I never actually thought about that. I never actually thought about that.
I have.
Yeah, I never actually thought about that. Just like the presidents, you know, how they get chosen and shit. I never actually thought about why they always pick an old guy. I mean, isn't the youngest age you can be like, is it 35 or 45?
I don't know.
I think it's 35 because wasn't Kennedy 35?
I don't remember. That was actually before me. No, just kidding. No, I think the next Pope is going to be on the younger side.
Right. So 35. Thanks. Thank you. 35. But yeah, but I have never actually thought about why they're always picking these old guys. I never got it. Why someone who runs against them, whether it be Pope or president or whatever, they always pick the old guys. Why is that? It never made sense to me. What, the older the wiser? Not necessarily.
Well, they're puppets anyway.
And what happened? I mean, not to get off subject, but what happened to our regulations of running for president anyway? That you had to be in the military and doing this and doing that and doing this and doing that.
I don't recall.
Yeah.
That you had to be in the military.
Oh yeah, that was a regulation.
Mm-hmm. I don't remember that part.
Mm-hmm.
Not something I keep in my head.
Yeah, Janaea said, Trish knows something. Spill it, sister, about the Pope.
I knew. But no, I didn't know that regulation on the president. Obviously, they have to be citizens, but I didn't know they had to be a certain age.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anybody's going to vote for an 18-year-old president, though, So I would imagine they have to be old enough.
Yeah, 35. Yeah.
Yeah, so Pope, 40-ish, 45-ish. That's my guess on the new one. Youngest Pope ever seen. Yeah.
Must fart dust. You guys are terrible. No shit. Yeah, they are all in a secret club.
Yeah.
And you know what that club is. I'm not even going to say the word.
Uh-huh. We do.
I ain't going to get Hillaried. AOC wants to be president when she turns 35. That bitch needs to go back behind the bar. Sorry.
I'll leave that one alone.
I don't like her. I don't care.
New
Pope may be 42. 6 by 6 plus 6.
You got it. Yep. Okay. You got it. It's the easiest way of saying 40, 45. I think we did a video about Pope a while back, didn't we?
Yes.
Might want to look at that again. Coming soon. Just saying. Norma,
Yeah.
we know if the French financier minister declared independence from the US dollar yesterday. You know, if so, I missed it. I've, Wednesday, Thursday, I'm doing the food pantry, so I have not looked at anything. I do not know. Did the Pope say he was going to resign? Yes. And officially he has. Still in there though. But officially he has. It's the end of the year, I believe. So, coming to a balcony near you.
Yeah, with the smoke, the white smoke. And yeah, everybody watches that on TV to see if they elected a new pope or selected a new pope or however the hell they do that.
Yeah.
No, we did not talk about Bill Clinton being in the hospital. No.
Yeah. I'm mixed on that. Anybody that knows me knows where I stand with that one. Right? I mean, I almost like JP Morgan more than Bill Clinton, right?
Is he in the hospital for a UTI? Homer, now. Stop. Shame on you.
Be nice. Be nice.
Use guys.
If he's not, Hillary, then he'll be fine, right?
These guys are terrible. Look at you in the chat. Things that you say. In the corner, all of you.
I'm sure he will get the best medical care possible. Will it be him or someone else that comes out? Well, that's a different question now, won't it? Be. I don't know. We'll see.
Bill Clinton did not kill himself. Listen, we are not starting any rumors here.
Nope. I'm not touching that one. I'm not touching the Gitmo comment. I'm not
no
touching
memes will be created.
No.
And keep my logo off of those memes. Damn it.
Not touching it. Thank you very much. All right, topics coming up. We're looking for more topics for next month, and we're looking to find out what you guys want to see videos on. What do you want? Let us know. Drop it in the comment section here, either in the live or the actual comment section afterward, and let us know. If it's something absolutely ridiculous, we're not going to do it probably, but if it's funny, we might. Okay, so if it's something that has to be handwritten, it might be on my channel. I don't know why the link to my channel was not working, probably because it didn't get posted properly, but the link is in the description box below for my channel. I haven't posted anything in the last week and a half.
Cyan, stop it. He's saying Trish did not open the border, people.
Okay. Do they think I have the ability to do that? Are you kidding me? I'd be sealing it shut with super glue and duct tape. I mean, nobody would be getting through there. No. All right, let's discuss the ships. All right, kids. We can talk about the ships if you really want to. Y'all think they come into port anytime soon?
DeSantis said that they could dock at the ports here on the East Coast of Florida.
Oh, that's nice of them.
Mm-hmm.
How many of them can they really get in though? I mean, those ships are huge.
I don't know. The ports that he's talking about are the ports that the Carnival cruise lines and all that, and the Disney cruise lines go into, for Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and there's another one where they put all the cruise lines at.
Well, that's good for, I don't know, a few dozen of them. But what about the other thousands that are sitting right there?
I don't know.
Because that's what it's at right now. I mean, they're just backing up. So, what do we think those goods are going to be worth when they come in? Certainly, if it's food, not much.
No, I would think the food would have to be thrown out. Don't you?
Yeah, depending on what it is, I mean, if it's grains, that's a different subject, maybe. But even so, not good. So it depends. I mean, most of the fresh produce and stuff isn't necessarily shipped in, depending. Again, there are some that are. Oh, they're not going to last. So those ships that are waiting off port for the money or cost to go up, because they definitely are going to raise the prices. There's no way around it. So they're going to get more money for the goods, potentially, as long as the goods are still viable. And then at the same time, are they going to make money on them? No. The amount of gas or fuel that they've had to use while they're out there and paying all of the people on the boats. Not that there's a lot of people on each boat, because they actually don't have a lot of crew members on those cargo ships. But the extended stay is not going to be a good thing. No, I don't believe it will be a force majeure issue for the U.S. For individual shipping companies. Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
Depends on how long they really keep them out there. My gut says to the end of winter. Part of why I keep saying, even though I want to stop, just don't feel like I can. Get what you can while you have the ability to. Is that my computer or yours?
No, it's mine. I am keeping an eye on the chat because there's a dirtbag in here trying to come up in our shite. Just keeping an eye. That's all. Had to block them, but you don't know if they're going to come in here on another account.
Yeah.
So, because I don't know if any of our people are left. Oh, Tara's still in here. Okay.
Yeah. Our other Tara is no longer in. I don't know where she went. So like I said, we're looking for other things that you guys want to see and more videos coming up. And if there's got distracted there for a minute. If there's anything more you guys want to know about. Did the $600 thing pass? To my knowledge, no, not yet. But I don't care if it's 10,000 or 600. They shouldn't have the right to look at your bank accounts and scrutinize how you spend your own money. It's ridiculous.
And I highly doubt Greta Thunberg or whatever her name is going to say anything about La Palma. What's she going to do? Say it's people have too much gas and that's why it's exploding? She's an ass, that girl.
Good old
Yeah,
Greta.
we've been watching, Trish and I have both been watching La Palma, the live videos, as well as that the bushcraft bear. We've been watching him too. And plus, Tom has been sending us updates every single night on what's been going on. He's been keeping track of it very well for us. So we're not missing that thing. We're not missing a beat when it comes to La Palma. So,
Yes, thank you, Tom, for doing that for us.
yeah.
You've been our eyes and ears on the night watch, and we appreciate it.
Yeah.
Good old Greta. I should do a video about her. TN Prepper said he asked his bank today about it and said they're fighting it. If you mean the $600 thing, yeah, of course. The IRS just wants what they want, and the Federal Reserve wants the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I do think no matter what, they'll get what they want. It's just a matter of when.
Yeah. Greta got arrested in another country. Who the hell knows? That chick, I don't even. It's like her and that David Hogg. They all need to just fly away. They're all weird.
Why aren't the banks resisting the government forcing them to report? Well, think about it. The banks are paid heavily, and I do mean heavily, by the Federal Reserve, aka government, right? Once they've accepted that money, and they certainly have year over year over year, there's not much that they can resist. They don't have a choice. No different than they have with regard to spying on you, which they do as they make conversation with you while you're standing at the teller. They always ask you questions, little ones, very subtle things, but all of that information you give them gets loaded into your file.
Right there.
Well, that would not shock me.
Yeah. She's the one. She's been emailing me all the time. She's good. I like what she has to say.
Mm-hmm.
Facebook go down. What? Big online war, real crazy. Alan, what are you talking about? Facebook's not down.
Will the U.S. Post Office really become our bank? No.
No.
I don't know where you got that. I don't know who fed that to you, but no.
I heard if you make under, do you see what RCX is saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if you make under $80,000, you would have UBI. I think it's going to be lower than that, but I don't know that they've fully designed those parameters yet, or at least maybe they've designed them, but they haven't said them publicly. If they have, I just haven't gotten it yet. Yeah. Wendy saying that her husband was grilled at the bank today trying to send a bank wire to a supplier. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I was there. I was there recently just cashing a check, and I had written in the notation section that it was for parts for a vehicle. And well, they wanted to know what parts for the vehicle and how's it running now. And I mean, they just kept going on and on for the longest time. And like, I'm actually going to answer them, and I was just playing like I was on the phone with somebody and ignoring them. But it's amazing how they will ask you questions like that.
Oh yeah, Marna, I've seen the price right hike at the post office without a doubt.
Oh,
Without
yeah.
a doubt, I've seen it. Yeah.
Wow. So what else do you have on your list? You made a list today. Is there anything else on that list?
Oh yeah. Hang on. Let's see. Oh, the medical kits and their contents we wanted to talk about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We want to talk about who has what in their medical kits, because Trish has not started prepping for her medical kits yet, for first aid kits and stuff like that. So I was telling her what's in my first aid kit, and she was like, oh, so she's just trying to get ideas. So I said, well, let's talk about it tonight. And she wants, if you guys can throw some ideas at her on what to put in her first aid kit, even if it's a bigger item, like I told her I have a blood pressure kit, I have a pulse oximeter, I have a TENS unit, I have this, I have that, so if you guys could throw some ideas at her, and what do you have in your first aid kits, even beyond your first aid kits? What do you have medical wise? Throw some ideas at her so she knows where to start.
Ohio Prepper.
Yeah. Great
Ohio,
one.
Ohio Prepper skin stapler. I like that idea. I mean, we hate to use them, but bleed stop. Yeah. I'm looking for the kind of stuff that says we don't have to go anywhere if anything happens,
Mm-hmm.
And I've got a unique ability for cutting myself. I do it a lot lately, and I don't know why. Bleed stop. I'm all for that one. Good. Snake bite. Well, I don't know that I need that up here, but maybe. Mocks.
Fish mocks.
Yeah. All right.
A bottle of whiskey, Tom.
Yeah, we were talking earlier about different things that our parents or grandparents used as little remedies for us as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I was very honest when I said my grandmother used one remedy for just about everything. Little shot of brandy. Took care of it. Didn't matter what it was, took care of it. You couldn't sleep, little shot of brandy, boom, you're out. You were not feeling so great, little shot of brandy? No problem. You're all set. You had a cold? Anything. All set.
Yes, that's right. Activated charcoal. That's one thing I do have in my first aid kit. You're right, Dawn Marie. Activated charcoal. Yeah.
Huh. Eye wash station. Well, maybe a small version of that. Eye wash bottles. That sounds good. Uh, Vicks Vapor Rub. Yeah,
Hmm.
that you can use on just about anything. If you take that and actually put it on your temples, gets rid
Hmm.
of the headache.
Yeah.
I don't know how, but it does.
Hmm. Yeah, mercurochrome. If you can get your hands on it, it's got mercury in it, so they don't make it anymore.
Mm. First aid books. Yes, yes. Thank you, TL. Um, Suturing kit.
That's not
Yeah,
in here. Or you take my cup.
yeah. Oddly enough, that's one thing I do have. I'm good at I'm good at doing stitches. So yeah, I need to do something for medical kit, and I will get there. But I was just trying to think of the actual item. I don't want to buy a pre-made medical kit. I want to find something to do myself. And I have looked at the back end of what is in many of those to try to put my own together. But
Front, close.
still looking for more. Okay. So there's some good ideas there. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. So now it's a matter of doing that, and they'll probably look at me like, "What are you doing?" So I'm going to have to do it at multiple stores.
Yeah, I would start at the dollar store because that's what I did.
Well,
And then gradually, like I got my pulse oximeter on Amazon. I've had my blood pressure kit, but that's because I have a bad heart and high blood pressure. So I've got two blood pressure kits. Then, I have the TENS unit, but I use that for, because I have chronic pain because of my back,
Front,
that type of thing. So, but you can get TENS units at Walmart,
right.
so. Yes, that's a good one, Melissa. A dental kit in case you have to pull a tooth.
Well, for that.
Yes, and gloves. Thank you, Tracy. Gloves, gloves, gloves.
Front, open. Front, closed.
Yes, TM. He's going to his girlfriend's house.
November 2nd, USA will lift travel bans so people can travel. Really? I haven't heard
I
that
didn't
yet.
know we had restrictions.
I haven't heard anything about that. Yes, in some countries there are restrictions. No vax, no travel.
That I thought I'm talking because remember, like when the pandemic first started, there was restrictions like state to state.
Yeah.
Remember that? I thought they were talking about that, and I'm like, what restrictions? That's what I was talking about.
Yeah. Thanks, TL. Yeah. Well, thanks for the medical stuff. Amazing how that goes away. Yeah, start with a good medical book first. I think that's a good idea, and then, like you said, hit the Dollar Tree or the dollar stores and do that first, and go from there.
Douglas, don't even play because I will hurt you. Start buying diapers because he's going to his girlfriend's house. I will hurt you. Don't even play. It's in the will. He is not allowed to make me a grandmama until I'm 50.
Good luck with that.
He's got 4 more years.
Good luck with that.
I have plantar fasciitis, some guy too, and I had to get shots in my feet every 2 weeks in order to deaden the nerves in my feet. Then I had to be on steroids. So, yeah, believe me, I know that pain.
Yeah. Patriot Nurse Channel. Yes, I'm very familiar with that one. What do I know about Ripple and XRP? Prior to the whole mess that they went through, I had a significant amount of XRP myself. But, you know, you can't own it in the United States right now, to my knowledge. If you can find, I mean, it's off Coinbase. That's where I was using it. If you can find someone to either buy it for you, which I don't think you can technically, or find a broker here, but I don't think you can. From what I understand, XRP is off the table for U.S. citizens currently. If you're looking for one that you're interested in, Cardano, Cardano. It's not XRP, but it's good. And it's currently $2.15-ish, somewhere in the $2 range. Really aren't going to beat that price. If you can get XRP here in the US, let me know where. Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting some. I just wouldn't buy a lot. Again, it comes down to that you can't hold it thing, right? But I'm all for making a profit on it if it's going to go up in the near future, and I do believe it will. What is XRP? It's a cryptocurrency.
Oh, okay.
It's the one that is going to be used from the banks, and that's why it will do well. Okay, thanks, Nancy. I'll check it out. If they allow you to store it in a wallet that you own, great. If they don't, I wouldn't do it. Ooh, a heating pad. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Oh, yeah, I've got 2 of them.
That's a good idea. So anyway, I don't know if you have anything else from that list for tonight.
No. The one thing that before we end, because we've only got a few minutes left, the one thing that we wanted to talk about, if you remember, was the fact that California wants to ban the gas-powered lawnmowers and the leaf blowers and generators by 2024.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Can you buy Cardano without using a credit card or your bank info online? No, I mean, in order to have, let's just say you use Coinbase, you still have to withdraw the money from your account to your Coinbase account. So once you transfer money onto Coinbase, then you're just buying it with the cash that you have on there. But either way, when you go to cash it in, you're cashing it in for either another kind of digital coin, or you're going to cash it in and get cash, right? So it's kind of a, a mixed blessing. You can make a profit on it, but don't expect to hide that. Don't expect to not pay taxes on it. You will. All right. One other question I wanted to find out from you guys, where are you at with regard to how many of you are being told you may not have a job coming up if you don't take a, thing?
You
Just
know,
looking
Sean
to
is.
find out-
So.
Yeah, just looking to kind of find out where our group of people are at with regard to that. What's our percentage rate of people that are being told they must take a experimental treatment or no longer have their job.
Cajun Prepper said yes. Seek Yiwa and Never Be Afraid said yes. .3M is doing that to Bamajan's husband. Senora Ayala is she's a teacher in California, so she's getting tested weekly so far. A whole infirmary. Yes, Samantha, please email me with that, please. Thank you. Oh, Joanne, she took early retirement because of it. Debbie, her husband had to take it because of it.
Wow.
Terry, yes, healthcare job in California.
Wow.
Laura, her husband just got it a few hours ago to save his job. This is where we're all ending up. It's either lose everything you have
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we all know it's going to come down to can't buy or sell, right? We all know that. And it's a matter of what are people going to choose to do. So, all right, guys.
Yeah.
Wanted to find out, where you're at and what our percentage looks like for folks these days, and we'll be talking with you about it, and maybe some options, some different ideas. All right.
Good night, guys. I love you.
Good
Ciao.
night.